Andre today. Today we're jumping into Wednesday, season 1, episode 2. Ooh, I like that. So we're jumping into Wednesday. Somebody thought that I was going to be putting this as only reactions for my channel members. As much as I love my channel members, I'm here to bless all of YouTube with my reactions, darling. So this show overall, the first episode, it drew me in all the way. I was living, loving, and wanting more, and that's why I'm watching it again. Just so you guys also know, there was a few comments on my last reaction. I never saw the Addams Family movies, so I had no idea about that lady who's in this show that played the original Wednesday. No idea. You guys also let me know that they didn't have powers. As you see, I love the Addams Family, but I don't really know the Addams Family. My brother would know the Addams Family more than I do. So I thought they had powers because in here she has like visions. So I was like, okay, and then we have vampires and werewolves and stuff like that. So I just assumed that they had some type of powers. I mean, we have a hand helping Wednesday. Like, you know, like, what is happening? So overall, the first episode for me was everything. So here we are once again going to jump into another episode of Wednesday. Now, just so you guys know, this is going to be available for a full reaction for my second and third tier here on the YouTube platform, as well as my other platform, Patreon. So guys, please sign into one of those platforms and help support the channel today. Now, I'm a reactor. It's time to react to things. With that being said, let's jump into Wednesday and find out exactly what Wednesday has got to give. Not Thursday, not Friday, just Wednesday.
The story's about to take a dark turn.
Good.
Like when the carousel brakes mysteriously failed at my 8th birthday party.
I've been searching for hours, Sheriff. The dogs need a break.
We doubled back, sweep Collet Creek, and then call it a night.
Would you miss a dead body?
Because it wasn't there. No footprints, no blood, no sign of a struggle, nothing.
Saw that monster kill Rowan right in front of me.
Did you get a good look at this monster thing?
It didn't stick around for a check.
It was just ripped apart in the woods.
The mayor said those were bear attacks.
Yeah, well, the mayor and I disagree on that.
My guess is Rowan ran away. State troopers have put out an alert and I've contacted his family.
Dead people are notoriously bad at returning calls. There was a noise in the forest and I went to go investigate. That's when I stumbled upon the attack.
This monster wasn't a bear or some other wild animal?
I've hibernated with grizzlies. I know the difference.
Thank you. Sure, I could take her down to the station and get a formal statement.
You have 5 minutes and everything is off the record. Play nice.
Someone is trying to cover up Rowan's murder. That's the only reason to scrub the crime scene. You and I both know that there's a monster out there.
What? You're gonna want to see this.
Edgar Allan Poe said, "Believe nothing you hear and half of what you see." No wonder he became a drug-addled madman.
Was it to gain attention?
Why should I bother telling you anything? You've already decided I'm lying.
Life's had a lot of upheaval recently. It's okay to be confused about things.
Emotions are a gateway trait. They lead to feelings, which trigger tears. I don't do tears.
Wednesday, part of the reason your parents sent you to Nevermore is so that you could find your people.
I like being an island. A well-fortified one surrounded by sharks. If you were to reject me right now, I would not be upset.
You can't get rid of me that easily.
You see Dr. Kimbot too?
You should know I'm legally required to be here.
You know, when you ran off last night at the Harvest Festival, I wasn't sure what happened. And then I heard, for the record, I believe you.
He has something to do with it.
Ladies, come on! Let's work on those teeth. If Bianca Barclay wins again this year, I will literally scratch my own eyes out.
I thought you wanted your single room back.
Full disclosure, I don't like living solo, and Thing gives a killer neck massage.
I refuse to play the role of a pawn in someone else's corrupt game.
We all saw him this morning, very much like, not dead.
I know. You're Nevermore's gossip queen. What's Rowan's story?
Xavier Thorpe's roommate. You know, if you had a cell phone, you could just text him and ask him.
What is the Poe Cup anyway?
Only my entire reason for living right now. Miss Thornhill's just ordered pizza. Want to take a stab at being social?
I do like stabbing.
Just as long as you're lakeside cheering us to victory on race day. Or you can just glare uncomfortably. Whatever works for you.
All pass for the imagination impaired. But when your life becomes a twisted mystery, maybe it's time to lean into it.
Ooh.
I need to speak with Rowan. I can't find him.
It won't be possible, I'm afraid. He's been expelled. What were you doing out in the woods with him in the first place?
I told you already. I heard a noise and I went to investigate.
You had a psychic vision, didn't you?
Oh,
Your mother started having visions around your age. They were notoriously unreliable and dangerous. Have you spoken to her about them?
nope.
You're putting together a list of clubs that have openings. I'll be keeping my eye on you.
Oop.
Weems is clearly trying to keep tabs on me. Keep an eye on Roman.
After your performance at the Harvest Festival, the drama club might be more your speed. What are you? Alto, soprano, or just loco? What was that?
A note only dogs can hear.
Here's a little song I wrote. Don't worry. Be happy.
Ever shot a bone arrow before?
Only on live targets.
Oh, the arrow like this, yellow side out, 3 fingers.
When's the last time you saw your roommate, Rowan?
Oh, you mean the one that was killed by a monster? Rowan's always been a little off, but the last couple weeks he's been more erratic. So what's the deal with you and Tyler?
Who's doing me a favor, driving me out of town.
Yeah, word of advice, steer clear. They can't stand the fact that this school is the only thing propping up their podunk town. Frozen glass houses.
Should throw bigger stones.
Oh. They did something. That's not the real Ronin.
Are you interested in the ancient art of beekeeping? Founder and president of the Nevermore Hummers.
Wednesday Adams.
Are you willing to feel the sting? Nature's perfect community, all working together to achieve a common goal. Queen bee to her workers. There's no patriarchy in the hive.
We need to talk.
Wednesday? I'm not allowed to speak to anyone.
Where did you get that drawing?
I just went into the woods to clear my head.
You shouldn't be here.
Yeah, back off and leave me alone.
So it was what I thought it was.
A lefty wouldn't have failed me.
I see you finally made a friend. Even if it is a plant.
There's an open spot next to me.
I doubt Wednesday is impressed by your tricks. Who can tell us the name of this beauty?
Dendrophylax lindeni, first discovered on the Isle of Wight in 1854.
Looks like you may have competition for first chair, Bianca.
It's able to thrive in even the most hostile environments.
But its mere presence can change the ecosystem.
Because the native species is allowed to thrive unchecked. Nothing a weed whacker couldn't fix.
I can most certainly try.
Hey, the plants aren't the only carnivores in class today.
Hey, where you going with Elvis?
Just on the lead on a case.
I heard you and Santiago talking. Think it's a Nevermore kid?
A little father-son confidentiality. What are you two yakking about?
Wild time.
I pay the bills. I got a right to ask.
We're talking about Mom.
Better not be talking crap about your old man. I'll be home late.
I was hoping we could fire up the grill and then catch the big game.
To get back
think
to
he's the
woods,
monster.
Weems has been watching me like a vulture circling a carcass. At beekeeping club this afternoon. I need you as decoy.
You-ass thing. Oh wait, you can't because he's mad at you.
Why is he mad?
It feels like you don't respect him as a person.
Well, technically, he's only a hand.
Go apologize and I'll reconsider helping you.
I snapped at you. I'll check my tone in the future. I know I'm stubborn, single-minded, and obsessive. They're all traits of great writers. Yes, and serial killers. When Rowan showed me this, it confirmed my greatest fear. That I'm going to be responsible for something terrible. Not good terrible like Ivan, and I can't let that happen. That's why I need to find out the truth. Breathe a word of this to anyone and I will end you. If Weems comes sniffing around, keep your distance, look grim, and don't say a word.
I should be thanking you. This is the most girls I've ever had in the shed.
The chance that Enid ever becomes romantically interested in you is less than 1%.
So I've still got a shot? In ancient times, honey was used to treat wounds and in sacrificial burial rites. Ever taken a honey bath?
I just don't want to get stung.
Didn't want Elvis to pick up on your scent.
Thanks. How'd you throw them off? Coffee grounds. I assume your father didn't bring the bloodhound to play fetch.
What really happened the other night at the festival?
Proceeded to use his telekinesis to try and choke me to death. That's when this monster came out of the shadows and gutted him.
Right.
I came out here to find something that can prove he was murdered and that I haven't lost my mind. I knew it was a cover-up.
Daddy, give it back! You're creeping around!
The cover was darker, more like a day-old contusion. Keep looking.
I don't usually find students in here looking for actual books.
Have you seen this before? It's a watermark from a book I'm looking for.
It's the symbol to an old student society, the Nightshades.
Like the deadly flower.
I was told they disbanded years ago.
My mother is a carnivorous plant aficionado. I assume I get my red thumb from her.
I still feel like an outsider.
Is that because you're the only normie on the staff?
Ooh.
Too odd for the normies, not odd enough for the outcasts.
I act as if I don't care if people dislike me. Deep down, I secretly enjoy it.
The ability to not let others define you. Gift. The most interesting plants grow in the shade.
The book's gotta be around here somewhere. Start investigating.
She'll know he's in here?
Rowan's full of surprises.
You're not supposed to be up here.
Good to see you too. Kill you to not think the worst of me for once.
What do you want, Bianca?
The one who was afraid he would do something to Wednesday. Why you've been following her around like an eager-eyed puppy? Or is there something more? You suddenly have a thing for tragic goth girls with funeral parlor fashion sense?
Okay, why are you so fixated on Wednesday?
Because she thinks she's better than everyone else. I can't wait to crush Ophelia Hall tomorrow and watch her werewolf roommate crumble. Like to win. Is that so wrong? You used to love my killer instinct. We were good together, Xavier.
Were we?
Trust me, Wednesday Addams is not the girl of your dreams. She's the stuff of your nightmares.
Interesting.
Who was in the infirmary?
What happened?
Garlic bread incident at dinner?
It wasn't an accident. Bianca's behind it.
How do you know?
Doesn't matter.
You're joining the Black Cats? You're willing to do that?
I want to humiliate Bianca so badly that the bitter taste of defeat burns in her throat.
The past 2 years, no other boat has made it across the lake and back without sinking. There are no rules in the Poe Cup, and she is a siren, which makes her master of the water.
Then we just need to beat her at her own game.
We're all set.
Good. Things in position.
OMG, you look perfect!
What do we have here? The runt of the litter.
I don't believe I'm better than everyone else. Just that I'm better than you.
Each team must row across to Raven Island. Pull a flag from Crackstone's crypt. First team to cross the finish line with their flag wins the cup.
Thing. Stay here and make sure Bianca can't sabotage our boat.
Thing, I need you to distract a couple of jokers.
What?
You were the key.
Taking a cat nap?
Hurry up! We have to go!
Yo, what's going on?
I just asked myself, WWWD. What would Wednesday do?
Can she control water? Oh, they won!
And I got to the whole school spirit thing.
You didn't tell me it was a dark, vengeful spirit.
First Poe Cup took place in 1897. Celebrate those values that all outcasts share. Certainly saw those values on display today. We're happy to see the cup back on the mantle after all these years.
What are you doing down here?
Hiding.
Put down Bianca Barclay. Try to enjoy it.
It's good to see you fitting in. Just like your mother.
My mother and I are two entirely different people / species / everything.
Your mother captained the team. I was her co-pilot. Maybe you two are more alike than you think.
Nevermore continues to be an enigma, but sometimes the answer is staring you right in the face. Don't worry, Edgar Allan. I see your sanctimonious smirk. This might be your cleverest yet, because it's not a single riddle. The opposite of moon. Sun. A world between ours. Nether. Leaves weep to the ground. Willow. It melts in the sun. Ice. The answer will give a sharp cracking sound. My mother staring at me in a judgmental way.
Again?
The minute I inch towards the truth. Luckily, I'm not afraid of the dark.
Well. Ooh, I like that. I liked that episode. That was a pretty good episode. I enjoyed the first one a little bit more than I like this one. But overall, we still are developing these characters, developing the story. We even got into this school, doing their contest thing. The scales, or whatever they're called, now I know what they are. I was like, do they play with water? Like, what do they do? So like, they're like mermaid things. There's that. I would not want to be that at all. Minus the really cool eyes. I would still be a vampire. And the werewolves in this one is pretty cool. Once again, I love Wednesday and Bianca going head to head. They're both really driving this story, especially in this episode. They really are driving the episode. They're fighting back and forth. Their banter is hysterical. I love it. I'm kind of confused why Bianca's ex-boyfriend has a thing for Wednesday. Like, how does he even know who Wednesday is? Because Wednesday is the first time her going to the school, Nevermore. So I'm kind of confused why he even knows who she is and why he's obsessed with her and why does he draw a picture of her. Once again, I knew that guy who died, when we saw it die, I was thinking there was a shapeshifter, not knowing the principal was the one who did it. I don't think she has anything to do with his death, but I do think that she has something just to hide it, to not make her school put in the limelight, especially now that a cop is investigating it. So she was doing whatever she needs to do to protect the school. But there's somebody or something that is trying to stop Wednesday from being maybe Wednesday or learning the truth about certain things. Her visions are kind of still confusing. The vision that we did see when, the person, her reflection looking at her in a different color outfit said, "You are the key." Just leads to more questions. What's going on? I want answers. And then the show is like, you're only on the second episode and there's 8 episodes, I believe. So you gotta wait for them answers. Sorry, Poppy. But regardless, I would give this episode a 9, either 8.5 to a 9. Very enjoyable, still watchable, like rewatchable, I should say. And it once again keeps giving us more content and more story of these characters that I'm very, very fascinated in. I'm hoping that the Thing is also very, although he doesn't speak because we don't know if it's got, well, it's God's hand. He doesn't speak. Still very interesting, and me trying to learn these sign languages, honey. I'm over here like, okay, this is what I do, this is what that means. So yes, once again, 8.5, 9, and I really can't wait for more episodes. And once again, guys, this will not be available only for my channel members. This will be available for everybody on the YouTube platform, as long as YouTube does not do what YouTube does, and that is block my content. With that being said, if you see this reaction and realize you are not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Also, please like and share this content because it does wonders for this channel. And I'll see you all next time on Andres El Rey.